Welcome back, everybody, and 1249 G41 Nautical you prefer. We're gonna go collectible hunting in the next 3 episodes, so I hope you're, just ready for a nice quiet episode where not much action happens. Wait, why am I not? There we go. Why am I not? Okay. That was a waste of time. Try over here. Okay, I don't need to climb this. Yeah, I'm climbing it anyway. Okay, wrong place. Jesus Christ, it's so hard to get around this thing. I could have just walked around it, in fact. Okay, there's 3 artifacts here.
League.
I just gotta go back into my fortress. Collect all the artifacts. And
Idle
go out
hands become mischievous hands in Mordor.
Which is why I'm glad to see them all so busy.
I mean, they stay busy. I watch them at times. Okay, I can't climb down there. Come on, I so could have jumped that gap. Alright, let's see. It's over here, right? Yep, over here.
We Gondorians are a seafaring people. Though our ships ply the coastlines and rivers, rarely venturing into the open sea. Yet it was not always so. Our ancestors, the Númenóreans, and their elven allies sailed to other lands in ships like this model. Sailors even claim it's possible to sail so far into the ocean that land is too distant to see in any direction. Hard to imagine. So I suppose I'll have to see it for myself someday.
Do the elves truly sail in vessels such as these?
In the First Age, this would count among the most ordinary ships in our fleet.
Gondor's roots are literal ones, for our realm is intertwined with the White Tree, our greatest symbol and inspiration. Isildur himself gave our people the sapling that would grow into the White Tree, and it survived attacks from Sauron, plagues, and multiple transplants as Gondor's borders shifted in war. Today, the White Tree stands in our capital, Minas Tirith, though it will not blossom again until the king returns, as my father once said.
A white tree, symbol of Gondor.
Your nation will need more than symbols to inspire it soon enough.
Alright, I might try do a clockwise rotation, you know? Hit them all like that. Then come back down to the burrows and grab the treasure that's within.
My first drill instructor told me, trust in your training, not your armor. Even a finely wrought plate can buckle under a hard enough blow, but a skilled warrior can evade that blow so it never lands in the first place. Now Minas Ithil has buckled under. Some blows are impossible to evade, so we do the next best thing. Stand back up again, wounded as we are.
This armor is intended to be ceremonial, yet it seems sturdy enough.
As it should be. Gondor has little need for ceremony of late.
Numenor was an island in the Sundering Seas to the west, the greatest realm of men before it sank beneath the waves. Few survived that calamity, mostly pioneers keen to settle what we now call Middle-earth. We Gondorians have often sought inspiration in what we know of Numenor, and many a young soldier would come to touch the brow of this helmet, wondering what great battles in far-off lands its owner must have seen.
A helmet of Numenor. Adequate craftsmanship, given the materials available.
You! It's only proper looting if you pick the treasure off a corpse, like I'm about to.
Well, I'm out here. Thanks for interrupting that. That was quite interesting, you know? Now he got us to go and interrupt it.
On.
You flee! Come back here, worm! Really scared. You'll never get the chance. What? You hear that? It's a bloody time! Traitor!
I believe this statue depicts Galadriel, an elf queen from a legendary forest beyond Gondor. I found scant reference to her in our books, but I know her name means Tree Maiden, and she's said to have hair of gold and silver. She was an elven monarch of the First Age. What wonders she must have seen when the world was so young.
Did you know Galadriel?
Know her. She is an aunt of sorts. Suffice it to say, we did not always see eye to eye.
Not every author seeks to inspire. Some seek to instruct. So it is with Contrivances of Carpentry by Pelwyn of Lossarnoch. I spent many an hour tracing the wondrous diagrams within this tome, instructions for building everything from hobby horses to windmills to catapults. I wonder sometimes who taught more apprentice carpenters, Pelwyn or his book.
As a lad, I was always fascinated by woodwork. Turning boards into furniture, a home.
Talion the craftsman. That I'd have liked to see.
Who's been after me ration? No one, you blob. You keep Don't you move!
Naive.
To rule, one must be willing to destroy everything that has come before you. Even the memory of it must be purged. Do not think of what is lost. Think only of what will be. This is the story the Dark Lord tells himself. This is the story that will bring an end to Middle-earth.
She learned from Sauron as I did. She survived him as I did.
Then there is wisdom in these words.
Those who live in Gondor's lowlands could easily forget how close to Mordor Minas Ithil was. Few of Gondor's people devote more than a moment's thought to its borders, or what lies beyond. For them, the threat of Mordor is distant indeed.
I've never seen a map of Gondor so detailed.
Yet look at how little your people know of other lands.
I ain't seen you here before. You new? Picto. Where's it all gone?
Some see rings like this as mere adornment, decoration for one's finger. Yet this ring marks its wearer as a Lord of Gondor, the line of Hamasir. Its filigrees form a seal that marks correspondence as surely as a signature. This ring may be all that's left of Hamasir's line. I know they perished when Minas Ithil fell. When a ring has symbolic significance, it is far more powerful than ordinary jewelry.
The Hamasir family. I knew them. A long time ago.
I doubt they have any further use for it.
I mean, everyone with eyes sees things, but he sees other things.
The ability to scry, to see beyond the limit of ordinary vision, has always fascinated us. Those who claim to scry say pools of still water held in an antique bowl can foresee Mordor's many dangers, or reveal a glimpse of fair Gondor itself. But the bowl lacks the range or clarity of the Palantir, and I wonder whether it shows us anything beyond what we might wish to be true.
Could the elves scry with such a bowl?
Yes, and doing so was safer than using a Palantir, because the visions travel in only one direction.
I'm not feeling well. Something cooking stuff. Orcs don't get sick. I am a danger! The last thing the man... was that he didn't care for my odor. As if men smelled of anything but sweat and fear. That was pathetic.
Minas Ithil's bookshelves cannot compare to the great libraries of Minas Tirith, but they're still the biggest collection of knowledge for miles in any direction. As a girl, I thrilled at the wisdom gathered here. Everything from histories to poetry to cookbooks from a bygone age. This one, Tales of Farthest Umbar, was a childhood favorite. Stories of daring from pirates of old. Real corsairs are far less noble than these tales make them out to be, I'm sure. But they can't be as cruel as the orcs.
When I became a ranger, I thought I'd see the entire world.
It is much the same everywhere. The ambitious striving against the dull. Gareth.
The old gods abandoned us and the music of the world was thrown into disarray. He saw it as his mission to set it right. One dark lord correcting the mistakes of another. The future is filled with them. Each one determined to save the world from itself. To purge the chaos. To rule all.
After Morgoth came Sauron, and after Sauron...
After Sauron will come peace.
Hothrim.
I spoke to him once of the beauty of Nurn, the splendor of its hills, its forests. He seemed to shudder. Sauron looked upon the world as chaos, an imperfection that he would set right. His rings were perfect. The world was not.
The only imperfection in Nurn is its orcs.
Sauron's notion of perfection is a low, mean thing.
The Grave Walker's chasing me!
This ore comes from a longboat that washed ashore in the Bay of Belfalis, and it surely passed through many a corsair's hands before finding its way inland, where I espied it atop a merchant's cart years ago. I've often wondered about the hands that rode it to sea. Were they the calloused hands of a slave, or those of a dashing corsair of Umbar? I suppose I'll never know.
What use has an oar away from its boat, and so far from the sea?
To remind people that Middle-earth exists beyond the bounds of Mordor.
Alright, let me take a look real fast. Oh, there's still one this here. I think this is the last one. Oh, there's a crowd close by.
Regitha.
Alright, now we can go to the burrow. Unlocked it. Thought I unlocked it. When Bruce stabbed me in the back, that's where I spawned at. Oh well, whatever. We'll head there real fast. Then I plan to do Golgoroth next, and then Saragoss, and then we'll go take a trip to Lithlad. I won't be doing the activities, if you know what I mean. Like, alright, now to fix this door in home. That our foes fortify with woe and stone. Let them summon scabrous or its feral beasts. It will avail them not. Have an army that wields such weapons, such iron, such doom against the benign. Whoa? No. Nine. You know what? Claim. Let's try replacing iron here. There we go.
Let our foes fortify with iron and stone. Let them summon scabrous serpents, feral beasts. It will avail them naught. Across the ages, none have an army that wields such weapons, such woe, such doom against the dark benighted hordes who dare claim dominion over a Mordor soon bright.
Let me take a look at this thing. Oh. Inventory. a design based on a bow carried by the Bright Lord during the Second Era. Charge has shots freeze nearby enemies. Yeah, but it only has like what, 9 shots to it? Huh. Alright, whatever. And that concludes this episode. As I said, Golgoroth is next, and then Saragos. And at the end of Saragos, we'll take a trip to Lithlad. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, subscribe, comment, share video. See you next one. Bye bye.